I think that if I were a brand, that's all the advice that we give them is first, which kind of user I want to connect with. And that's the things. Because just an example, but Nike just do something with Roblox. I think it was with Roblox, huh?
With Artifact.
Artifact? They bought Artifacts? Oh, but they
yeah,
did.
we did something. They have 50 millions of users who download the game, and for I think the 2 weeks after, there was only 300 guys who continue to play with. It just means that it's so important for a brand, like to begin at the beginning, like Mr. Arnaud said, just take your time, just look what happens, and say, okay, which kind of entertainment, which kind of experience I want for the user, and who are the people who interest my brand. That's super, super important. So this is really the beginning for a brand today. Really.
And I would add, go and subscribe to Vogue Business because we have a great coverage.
That's right.
Because Laure and Megan, they're not kidding about NFTs. It's like everyday coverage.
Megan is my colleague in the US. Yeah, she's on it. So thank you so much. Now let's see if we have questions from the audience. Yes.
So I think can we have a mic, an additional mic for? Yeah. Oh, here you are. Look. Let's make sure everyone can hear your question.
For a brand, after clarifying the target, the kind of metaverse and so on, how long does it take to make effective these things, and how much could it cost?
I mean, it can be very quick on something extremely targeted, on a limited collection, and using on-the-shelf tools. So you can go fast for a couple tens of thousands, but I don't think that this is for free. Like it's new technology, it's very cool stuff with a lot of work. So this is not inexpensive to do something really cool, but it can be fast if it's targeted. Now, if you want to move your entire organization and digitize all the value that you create, you're probably looking at a 6 months time frame, to put everything together, but it's doable.
And on the metaverse, or the question for the experience with the brand, for example, or with a thinger like this, we have the short experience with for 2, 3, or 4 minutes, not more. That's what it's interesting. Just little parenthese, just interesting for the brands that today you have 2 seconds on Instagram. When you have a game or something like this, we keep the people maybe 1 minute. So it's super important when you have to discuss and to create content with the user, but we need for at least 2 months to build a short experience. And for the big production, like we are doing with David Guetta, Snoop Dogg, and everything for the 28th of September, is 9 months to build everything, because it's an epopee on 45 minutes with concert, game, big experience. So well, it depends, but at the minimum we need 2 months, 2 days to build something very qualitative on this. After that, it's I speak like Netflix, So when we met the first experience, it's on the 28th, for example, at 7. Okay, but after that, this experience you can have for all the life, and if you can't be at 8, you can go to the experience 2 days after if you want. There is no those things, but the life begin at like in the real life,
Another question?
Can I speak French, please?
Yeah, sure.
I can understand, but I'm not very good to speak. So, je voulais savoir, en fait, c'est compliqué de comprendre l'intérêt pour moi des NFT. Je me dis, est-ce que c'est une sorte de Sims nouvelle génération? Est-ce que c'est comme Netflix, un moment de divertissement? Quel est l'intérêt réel, puisque ce qu'on cherche quand on pense à l'évolution d'Internet, des emails où on disait c'était incroyable l'évolution qu'il y a eu, on savait que ça allait nous avancer et nous faire progresser, aller plus vite. Mais quel est l'intérêt du coup du NFT? Qu'est-ce que ça nous apporte dans la vie réelle, en quelque sorte? Et surtout, sachant que le gros mot, c'est l'écologie ici, les serveurs, tout ça, c'est tellement polluant. Est-ce que vous pouvez le justifier du coup?
Alors, je vais commencer par la fin. Hein. Donc, il y a pas mal de bad buzz autour du niveau de pollution
Please,
généré
translate
par les
it.
NFT. Personne ne demande à une marque, quand elle a un site e-commerce
Mark.
mondial, dans combien de serveurs est répliqué le contenu. Parce que je peux vous garantir que c'est exactement le même système. Des contenus répliqués sur des serveurs. La sobriété numérique est un vrai sujet. À chaque fois qu'on rajoute un service en plus, on peut se dire on consomme un peu plus d'énergie. Ceci dit, il y a des blockchains qui sont plus problématiques que d'autres. Et donc aujourd'hui, il y a une notion qui est le proof of work, qui pose problème parce que ça demande énormément d'énergie de serveur et qui est en train de disparaître de toutes les applications industrielles, un peu comme au début d'une histoire. Donc je pense que dans quelques mois déjà, on aura largement avancé sur ce sujet, sur la question environnementale. En tout cas, nous, on n'utilise pas de blockchain proof of work, on n'est que sur des proof of authority. Donc moi, si l'intégralité de l'infrastructure Ariani, on produit tous les NFT qu'on peut sur un an, ça va avoir la même consommation d'énergie qu'un ménage français de 4 personnes pendant 3 mois. Donc, je ne pense pas que ce soit vraiment significatif. Donc vous voyez, il y a les choses et le bruit qu'elles font. Il faut faire attention aux gros articles, un peu comme quand il y avait l'industrie de la mode est la deuxième plus grande pollueuse, etc. Vanessa Friedman, dans le New York Times, avait parfaitement expliqué qu'en fait, tout ça était un tout petit peu exagéré. Donc, il faut faire attention à ne pas prendre les choses trop... voilà. Ça, c'est la première chose. La deuxième chose, c'est à quoi ça sert un NFT par rapport à la vie réelle, etc. Le joli sac à main que vous avez, quand vous le portez, vous êtes ici chez Première Vision, vous allez aller boire un verre au restaurant à côté. Quand vous rentrez dans ce restaurant, on ne vous dit pas « posez votre sac à l'extérieur », ouvrez un compte d'abord au restaurant, donnez-moi votre email et votre date de naissance et le prénom de votre chien, et vous pourrez utiliser le sac que je vous propose moi à l'intérieur. Ce qui veut dire passer notre temps à échanger nos données personnelles contre des services. Dans le Web3 avec les NFT, ça s'arrête. On ne donne plus de données personnelles, on connecte son wallet et on porte avec nous notre digital self. Maintenant, on peut se poser la question, est-ce que c'est intéressant d'avoir un digital self? Est-ce que c'est intéressant? Est-ce que notre vie digitale a une importance? On peut questionner ça. Mais quand on voit le temps que passent les jeunes générations, la façon dont elles utilisent les jeux comme des réseaux sociaux et tout ce qui se passe aujourd'hui avec les technologies de réalité augmentée, voilà, ça va dans cette direction. On peut être d'une génération qui ne le comprend pas, qui ne l'approuve pas, mais c'est un petit peu le sens du monde. Donc il faut se demander comment on apprivoise ça, comment on en fait quelque chose qui est éthique, qui permet aux gens d'avoir leurs données personnelles chez eux, comment on fait attention à tous les impacts en dehors de l'écologie, qui peuvent être aussi de santé mentale, etc. Hein. Donc il y a plein de questions d'éthique à se poser, mais en revanche, on ne peut pas dire que ce n'est pas en train d'arriver. Donc voilà ce que je vous dirais. Et c'est la dame qui a le micro là-bas.
Hello. Can I ask how much interesting is the metaverse for the B2B? So, for example, for fabrics producers, yarns producers, accessories. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I like this one. Look, fabrics in the metaverse can be, couture made impossible. Everything that can't be done for real can be imagined in the metaverse. So, then is there a marketplace tomorrow in the metaverse where you sell purely digital fabrics? I don't know. I think it's a little far-fetched. I don't know about, there are several wholesale marketplaces that have gone digital, including Première Vision. I think that's the beginning of that. Maybe we'll shop and do business like this. But I mean, look, it's such a pleasure to be all physically in the same place. I don't think that's going anywhere.
Yep. But for sure, I would love to see all of your fabrics on stage 11, given the resolution.
Yeah, exactly. And most of that, just to answer very quickly to your answer because of the time, it's an open world too, so you have to know that people who play games, even social games in the world, is 4 billion. Half of the people are women, okay, and the age is 30 years old. So, of course, this is huge, So today, the echo that you can have here on Première Vision, we can imagine that next year Première Vision is on the metaverse too, and the eco digital, the network that you have, it's just met.
But my loves, everything is that metaverse. I don't understand why it's so hard to get.
Just this can be interesting.
Okay, maybe a last question. It will be hard to choose.
My
Two
question
last
is,
ones. Yeah.
as a new designer and someone that wants to get into the industry, I wanted to ask you what type of people, quelle sorte de personnes are in the metaverse and what are they searching exactly? What type of clothes do we want to create in the metaverse? Because if we see the people that usually are working now are Adidas sportswear. For example, the example you give is a sweatshirt. Like, are we searching for more of an experience clothing or just a shoe, sneakers, and a sweatshirt, sweatpants?
Yeah, I think that the interest is in the link between physical and digital. The NFT that Adidas sold called Into the Metaverse, people bought it to get 4 physical products, like real products, tracksuits, sweater. So what's interesting is the link. And I don't know how people want to dress in the metaverse right now. Everything is just the foundations, no interoperability. So what's cool is to think about omnicanality, omnichannel, moving from one place to another, having an AMI sweater in real life, and then being able to have one in stage 11. What's the dress code in the metaverse? I don't know, and I don't know who can answer that. But I think it's all about inclusive, seamless experiences across physical, digital, and immersive that you should be looking at.
You don't need a dedicated designer for the metaverse.
Maybe you do.
Maybe you do.
Maybe you do. Because, no, like, look, I have a funny anecdote. A very famous beauty brand told me, we want to do, like a makeup artist in the metaverse that would do makeup for all the metaverses. And I was like, but have you played Sandbox? Like, this is voxels, these little boxes, you can't make people up in Sandbox. There's no way, So yeah, you need to understand that there are different designs, super